Well, hey everyone, how are you doing? Welcome back to the Canning Nana. If you're new here, please subscribe and make sure that the little bell is turned on so that you're notified when I upload videos. There's going to be a lot this year, and we're going to be giving away a lot in 2026. So stay tuned, and here we go. Okay, so today I'm going to make something that I have not made in quite a while because the price of beef is so high. And we finally pretty much ran out of our stock of beef in our freezer. I do have beef canned though. But today we're going to be doing a pot roast. Classic pot roast with a little twist, the way that we like it. So we're going to be doing this in the crock pot. So it's crock pot pot roast, and it will be one of the best that you've ever had, guaranteed. So follow the recipe. I will write it in the description box, as well as tell you every step of the way what I'm doing so that you guys know. We need carrots, we need a couple onions, some potatoes, and some tomato paste. And as you can see, I have chuck roast. This was $21.68, and it is 3.61 pounds, $5.99 a pound. The cheapest I've seen it for a while, you guys. If you can find it cheaper, go for it. So these two pieces are perfect for 2 meals. So I'm only going to make one today, and I'm going to freeze the other one for another meal. So it's going to work out really, really well. I figure $10, $50, $11 for a meal. Maybe, with all of this, maybe $13 for a meal. For 3 of us is really not bad, especially when we eat out and we spend $60 at a pop, or $80, So this is going to be a nice homemade meal. We're going to make some nice cornbread to go with it. And yeah, so I haven't done a video like this in a while, so stay tuned because I'm starting to cook again, you guys, and I'm going to start to can. Been hooked up with some jars, so we're going to start to do a lot of canning here because the gardening season's coming up. Okay, so, and you do need beef broth. I'm going to go find my beef broth, my beef bone broth that I have. So we're going to be using that with this as well. Stay tuned. Okay, so I am going to start by peeling the carrots, washing the potatoes. I'm not going to peel the potatoes, but I am going to cut them. And then peeling the onion, cutting the onion into pieces that I'm going to fry. And I'll just show you guys every step, but I'm going to do this off camera. I'm sure you guys know how to peel and cut carrots, onions, and potatoes. Okay, so I will be back when all of this is done. Okay, so I got my bone broth out. I have 3 jars, 3 pints in here. Probably a little bit too much, and I forgot to film me opening my jars. I'm sorry, but I am boiling this so that it's nice and hot when I put it into the crock pot with all of the meat. And it tastes delicious, you guys. Oh my gosh. So I've preheated oil, and we are going to just sear the meat in there very, very quickly on both sides. This is also when I season it, so I put some Himalayan salt on it, Himalayan pink salt, and a little bit of my Lawry's seasoned pepper. And I'll do that on both sides. I just want to sear it until it's brown on both sides. Meanwhile, my carrots are all peeled, haven't been cut. This is all for the chickens. And my onion has been cut, and I'm debating whether to do another onion. I probably will, because this is only one large onion. I think I'm going to cut the other one as well. And just so you guys know, it is almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:47, and I'm starting this because together those were a little over 3.5 pounds. So this is probably maybe a little bit over 1.5 pounds of meat. So it's really not that big. And I'm going to put it on high in the crock pot, and it's going to cook in probably 3 hours. So I think we're good. So tell me in the comment section, what are beef prices like in your state or country where you are? I know beef here in California is through the roof. ground beef, the good ground beef, like 85%, 85% lean, is probably about $8 to $9 a pound right now. Unless you go to Costco, where it's about, I think it was $5.99 a pound, so still $6 a pound. Ground beef I'm pretty stocked up on, but I do need to go get it now because who knows, in a couple months it's probably going to go to $10 a pound, $12 a pound, so I'm going to stock up a lot. Let me know in the comment section what the beef prices are like by you. During the holidays, we got a couple of prime rib roasts when they were on sale for $6.99 a pound. And we didn't make prime rib. We cut them into steaks, ribeye steaks. And that's what we do every year. And we get multiple steaks, usually enough for the year. And they're so much better. So remember to stock up at the holidays on your prime rib roast and cut them into ribeye steaks. Amazing. Okay, let's turn this guy over. Look at that. I just want it seared. We don't want to cook it. Just want it seared. Okay, so the meat is nice and seared. I'm going to bring it over to the crock pot now, and I will show you that. Okay, so here's our beef in our crock pot. And we're going to work on the vegetables now. So in the same pot, or in the same pan that I did the beef, we are going to start sauteing our onions. So try to keep them as whole as you can because they're going to fall apart in the crock pot when you're cooking them. But trust me, this is way better than just throwing raw onions in there. I'll show you what I do. Okay, so we want to just saute the onions and brown them. We don't want to cook them because they're going to cook in the crock pot. I'm just going to put them all in there, and I did wind up cutting that extra onion because I just didn't think it was going to be enough. So we just want to brown them and turn them over. You could do the same thing in the oven if you want to. You can brown them in the oven and get a nice roasted flavor. So these aren't going to stay in there very long. They're just going to get brown, kind of like this one right here. You just want a good flavor for this. Like the title, this is the best pot roast you will ever make. Promise. Okay, so meanwhile, here is our roast resting, and here is our bone broth. So we are going to take the bone broth and pour it over the roast, just like that. And what might seem a lot to you, this is about 2.5 cups, I think. What might seem enough, or a lot, is really not. As long as the roast is covered, and it will be completely covered once we put all the vegetables in there, then you're good, and it will thicken up. And if it doesn't, I will show you how to do that too. Okay, so here is our browned onions, and I am just going to put them in the same pot that I had the bone broth in, this one, to bring it over to the crock pot. So that's all we do, and we're going to use this again to do the carrots the same way, and I'm going to cube the potatoes and do the potatoes the exact same way, and I'll bring you back. Okay, here are our onions all ready to go in the pot, and I just want to tell you guys, if you guys meal prep for the whole week, you can go ahead and saute your onions. You can do your carrots, your potatoes, put them in a Ziploc. You can freeze them. You can put them in the refrigerator until you're ready to use them. I'm going to be doing that because later on in the week, probably Friday, today is Wednesday, I'm going to be making my chicken divan, and I will be filming it. But I'm going to be meal prepping that. So I need onions and broccoli and peppers and chicken for that. So I'm going to be meal prepping all of that and putting it in a Ziploc, except for the chicken, of course. Make it easier. So if you meal prep for the week, get everything ready, spend a couple hours cutting all your veggies and everything, and make your meals so much easier. Okay, so we're going to put all of those in there, get the rest of those. Looking good so far. Okay, here's our carrots all cut up. I'm going to take it over, and we're going to saute those as well while I cut up the potatoes. Okay, here's our carrots. That's a pound of carrots, you guys. These weren't very big carrots at all. I'm really disappointed in the size of the carrots, but hey, they're done. I'm going to put them in the pan and put the potatoes in. Okay, here are our potatoes all cut up, and I'm just going to be dropping them in to the pan. a little bit at a time. And I'll bring it back. Okay, potatoes are in. I had to put the camera down because I got splashed with oil. So here we just want to do the same thing. We just want to saute them a little bit, get them a little brown. And doing this, you get all of the flavors of the beef because you're scraping up all of that, the beef flavor, because we browned the meat in here. So normally, a lot of people will brown their meat in here and then put the gravy in here, scrape up all of the meat bits, and then put the gravy in. You can do it that way, and I do it that way too. Sometimes. The other way, because I'm in a hurry, and I want these kind of partially cooked, at least get a head start, because it's now 4:11 in the afternoon, and this is the easiest way to do it. So you kind of brown these to get all of the meat bits on it, so you don't lose any of the flavor, and you partially kind of cook. I mean, they're really just browning them, but it does soften them up a little bit, and they do cook faster this way. So you can do it either way. Let me know what you prefer. Here are our carrots, and we're going to put these in here. There we go. Look at that. So let's see what we have so far. You see the meat is completely covered, and we haven't even put the potatoes in yet. There we go. Wait until the potatoes are in here. I'm telling you, this is the best pot roast you will ever have. Guaranteed. Okay, I just want to show you. Before these go out to the garden, I have them in little pots and in some water. So we have nice, fresh rosemary in the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up or cut probably this sprig right here and just throw it in there. And that's all you need, just a little bit. It'll give your roast, your pot roast, an amazing flavor. Okay, remember with rosemary, a little sprig goes a long way. You can also put a sprig in your potatoes while you're cooking them. In fact, I might do that just a little tiny bit. Okay, cover goes back on. Okay, just want to take you guys over here to the potatoes. So this is what you want them to look like. That's not a French fry. That is a potato, you guys. It's just browned. It's not cooked. It's not a French fry. Okay, these are almost done, and then we're going to add them to the crock pot. So, of course, you can do raw meat, raw vegetables, throw them in the crock pot with some store-bought beef broth or beef stock, and cook it for 8 hours. Normal. I've done it this way. It comes out much better. The flavors of the vegetables are released, and it will give you a better tasting pot roast. Your vegetables will taste better. Your meat's going to taste better. It's all going to be really, really delicious. So let's add this to the crock pot. One other advantage to doing potatoes this way, if you've ever done crock pot pot roast, you will notice that your potatoes, after 6 to 8 hours, kind of start to melt in your pot. And they kind of blend and thicken the sauce, which is what you want. So I'm not going to cook all of these completely, but the ones that are browned like this, they're not going to fall apart, guys. They're going to stay intact, and they're going to look amazing in your pot roast. So try this. Try this recipe. Let me know if you do. Okay, here are our potatoes. These are not fully cooked. They are not French fries. All they are is just browned golden. That's all you want. Golden on all the sides, not cooked. Some are a little bit soft on the very, very edges, but they are definitely not cooked. So we're going to add those to our crock pot pot roast. Okay, I took out the rosemary for just a second while I put this in here. And yes, I did put a sprig of rosemary. Oh, there's a couple that don't want to come out. In the potatoes as well. And you can see, this is hot, but this is not cooked. See, that's all you want, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to stir these a little bit. Oh, I got chickens at my door. Look at that. So I want to mix it all up in there as best we can. Get all the veggies. Make sure that everything is under the broth as much as it can be, because I'm not adding any more broth to this because we want a thick, nice, hearty pot roast. So after you have pot roast and serve it for dinner, do you know a beef pot pie? All you need is the crust, and you can make a beef pot pie out of this, and it is amazing. So you can actually get 2 meals out of 1 meal with this. What else do you guys do with your pot roast meal? Let me know in the comments. I want to know. Okay, so I will take you guys back when this is pretty much fully cooked. It is 4:28. I think I started filming around 4, because I think there was a time, if I remember correctly, it was 4:11, I think, when I put the onions in. So even with filming, I mean, it normally takes me double time to film. So once you have everything cut up, and you saute it in the sauce, you brown your meat and everything, this really shouldn't take more than probably 30 minutes, maybe a 30-minute meal. And then in your crock pot, you could do it the night before, except for the meat. You don't want to put cold meat in your crock pot. You certainly can, but I wouldn't. Maybe an Instapot. If you're using an Instapot instead of a crock pot, that's fine. I have one of those too. This is a Hamilton Beach, and it holds a lot. I believe it's a 4-quart, 3-quart, 4-quart. I think it's a 4-quart. So we are going to put this on, and around 7 o'clock, I'm going to check this, and I'll bring you back when I do. Okay, you guys, so this is finally done, and I'll show you how thick it is. And I was off on the time, as my husband noticed, about an hour, so it's after 8. But look at this, amazing. Okay, let's dish it out, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, you guys, so this is what it looks like, and look at that. So good. So good. You guys, try this recipe. The whole recipe is going to be in the description box. And the word of the day is going to be pot roast. Leave a comment and let me know how you make your pot roast. And if this compares to yours at all, try this recipe. And make sure that you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell and like the video and hype the video, you guys. That's something new. You can hype the video. It doesn't cost anything. It's right next to the comments. Just slide it over a little bit to the left and you'll see the hype. And just hype the video. It sends our video out to other people so that they can watch. And yeah, gets us in the algorithm so everybody sees us. So let me know if this is not the best pot roast you've ever had. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon.